Ever heard of a famous lad called Fei Fong Wong? He thinks he's just a martial artist living in a peaceful village. Little does he know he's the 10,000-year-old reincarnated soul of a boy who accidentally touched a fourth dimensional entity trapped inside a spaceship engine. Yeah!
This ballast contains spoilers. Lots and lots of spoilers.
Welcome to Xenogears, where the lore requires a PhD to understand. Fei is what the game calls the Contact. 10 millennia ago, a kid named Abel made contact with the wave existence, which is basically God. God gave Abel the power to eventually free him, and also accidentally created the perfect woman, Ellie, just because Abel missed his mommy. Because of this, Abel's soul is locked into a cosmic Groundhog Day. He reincarnates throughout history to try and save the world, and every single time he fails miserably. His girlfriend Ellie dies tragically protecting him, and he has to respawn a few thousand years later to try again. Let's reveal his past lives, shall we? First, there was Abel. He survived a spaceship crash, hung out with the first Ellie, and eventually got murdered by a biological weapon. Then, 4,000 years later, he came back as Kim. He was a brilliant nanotech scientist in a cyberpunk era. He created a cute slime girl weapon named Emeralda. How did his life end? The government raided his lab. Ellie died saving him, and the whole era collapsed. Fast forward another 6,000 years. He reincarnates as Lacan, a struggling painter who falls in love with a new Ellie, now named Sophia. But Sophia sacrifices herself to stop a war. Lacan takes this so badly that he goes completely insane, puts on a metal mask, renames himself Graf, and decides to destroy the entire world.
He's basically Darth Vader with a paintbrush.
Which brings us to the present day with Fei, the protagonist of Xenogears. Fei has a combined trauma of 10,000 years of failure. His brain literally couldn't handle it, so he developed dissociative identity disorder. While Fei is trying to be a good guy, his alter ego, a homicidal maniac named Id, takes over his body and drops giant mechs on innocent villagers just for fun. To save the universe, Fei doesn't need just a bigger sword. He literally has to sit in a chair inside his own mind, have a group therapy session with his alternate personalities, and forgive himself for 10,000 years of bad luck.
So, is Fei the unluckiest protagonist in JRPG history? Let me know in the comments.